Good afternoon, I'm Raylene Ramsey. This is your afternoon news fix for Friday, the 21st of August. A work and safety expert says any legal charges related to the Mount Maunganui landslide will likely come from the WorkSafe investigation. 6 people died in January after a landslide crashed down on the Mount Maunganui beachside holiday park. A review finds the council missed several opportunities to evacuate campers to safety in a preventable disaster. Barrister Garth Galloway says WorkSafe has 12 months from the time of the incident to lay charges.
One of the things that WorkSafe will be looking at is whether the council, as part owner of that piece of land, owed a duty to the people who have so tragically died.
The government will, on average, be paying $290 million a year for 25 years to the private-public partnership team building the Warkworth to Tahana Expressway. Business Desk reports it could possibly bring the total cost to $9 billion. Jacob Jones has more.
Construction alone will cost $3 billion, but other costs like financing, operating, maintenance and interest could see that climb. Other costs include $98 million on legal, financial and geotechnical consultants and $40 million each to 2 other bidders who didn't get the contract for work done.
The government's decided to retain the Clean Car Standard for vehicle imports following a review. The standard imposes annual carbon targets for vehicle importers who must balance higher emitting models with enough low-emission cars to meet it. Here's political reporter Troy Matic.
Transport Minister Chris Bishop announced the review in November after importers told the government they were facing a shortage of low-emission cars. Bishop says work to calibrate the settings will continue, and the government's also agreed to set different targets for used vehicle imports to reflect that they have different and older technology.
Mystery surrounds the deaths of a man and woman found dead inside a Gisborne cabin. Police found the couple when they went to the small cabin off Awapuni Road on Wednesday as part of a missing persons inquiry. Gisborne CIB Head Detective Senior Sergeant John Love says the 59-year-old man and 42-year-old woman were both new to Gisborne and fairly transient from the Manawatu area originally. Love says the deaths are being treated as unexplained. New Zealand's been spending more on imports from other countries, mostly because we've been forking out more on fuel. Latest Stats NZ data shows the value of our imports in the past year was up 11% on the year before. Here's business reporter Michael Sergel.
Fuel accounted for most of that increase, with New Zealand spending considerably more for fuel from South Korea, Singapore, Malaysia and Japan. But other countries also spent more on our unrefined crude oil. South Korea's spending almost doubled. The value of our total exports rose more than 10%, driven by meat, gold and milk powder.
Springboks coach Rassie Erasmus says losing the first test against the All Blacks this weekend won't be fatal for their hopes of a series victory, and he says he can't pick who will win. Domestic rugby's holy grail, the Ranfurly Shield, is staying in Whangarei for at least 10 days after Northland's 36-12 win over Canterbury. And an important milestone in New Zealand horse racing history as the 2 governing bodies agree a new deal with the TAB that makes racing's future both clearer and more sustainable. That is your latest news fix. We'll have another update for you tomorrow morning from the Newstalk ZB newsroom.